in the remembrance of my grandmother, Verna Ruth Simpson, who made a transition 2 years ago. So everybody has somebody in their life who are, who really make an impact in your life, and that was my grandmother, fondly known as Toady. So this piece is dedicated to her, and it's called I Miss Her. I miss her. Sometimes I hold her coat, holding it tightly, getting her scent, wishing she could speak to me. I really miss her. Sometimes I sit in her rocking chair, looking out the window, just like she did, watching all the beautiful people pass by. I miss her. I really miss her. It's been a few years since God's trombone called her home, and I still feel empty. I miss her walk. I miss her smile. Don't you know I miss her laugh? The other day, I was stir-frying summer squash with red onions and spices, and realized this time I would be eating it all alone. She was my granny. She was my confidant. She was my friend. I know she's with me. I know she's with me, living always in my heart. Her spirit interceding for me. But still, I miss her. I really do miss her. Summer squash and fried green tomatoes ain't the same without her. This is not a sad song. This is just a thought of a memory of she who was a wonderful granny to me, and I miss her. I really do miss her. Peace and blessings, Granny. Peace and blessings. I miss her. I really do miss her. Verna Ruth Simpson. Peace.
They said I wasn't gonna be nobody. They looked at the color of my skin. They looked in the community where I live. They said my mama was a baby maker and my father was missing in action, but they didn't know what they was talking about. I am the son of Africa. I am the leader of today, the mover and the shaker of tomorrow. I am your future lawyer. I am your future preacher. I am your future teacher. I am somebody. I am somebody. I am somebody. I'm here to stay. And what they say doesn't really matter. Do you know me? Do you really know me? I'm your son. I'm your nephew. I'm your cousin. I'm your seed. I'm your prince. I am Africa. I am he sent by God to rule nations, to solve world problems, AIDS, hunger, poverty, to make dreams come true. I was sent to turn tragedy into triumph, and you was supposed to teach me. You was supposed to guide me. It was you who's supposed to be my example, and you let me down. I stretched out my hand, and you walked away. Don't leave me. Help me. Don't ignore me. Embrace me. Don't let me fall. Catch me. Don't let me die. Save me. Suffer little children that come unto me, and forbid them not. Stop pushing me away. Please stop pushing me away.
There he stands in the parking lot of the grocery store.
Tall with broad shoulders.
Caramel colored skin and
melted eyes.
strong arms waving in the winds, making gestures to all that
pass by.
Who is he? I hear his voice rumble like midnight thunder as I pass by.
His echoes fill the air.
A constant flow of words will fall from his lips. He made sure his words flowed freely with great definition and
piercing sound.
his high cheekbones and thick darkened lips evolved his traits of African descent. Nubian kings and African queens. Surrounding him was years of sorrow, sweat, pain, and death. The keys to life had been passed on to him. He was marked as the
chosen generation.
His life was to be a joyous experience, passing on tradition from generation to generation, a beacon of light, mesmerizing all who encountered this handsome, caramel-colored brother. He was to lead his people out of the bondages of social injustice. He was the light that would transform poverty into
prosperity.
Again, he was marked as the
chosen generation.
But there he stands in the parking lot of the grocery store. He's not screaming words of encouragement or educating his people on the
plight of the black man.
He's standing there screaming.
No justice, no peace.
He's screaming.
Rocks and blows.
He's screaming.
Rocks and blows.
He's screaming.
Rocks and blows.
My God, there he stands screaming. Rocks, rocks, and blows. A lot of the stuff that I do is based on drugs, alcohol, children, what's happening out in the streets, and the whole purpose is to try to plant seeds of change in people's lives. So where I'm at basically is where all the trouble is, and that's why you hear that, and I'm going to continue to reach out so that people's lives can be changed. Y'all understand? If it's to be, it's showing us it's up to us to reach back and get these babies because they belong to who? They belong to us. They are precious jewels. They are rare gems, and we got to get them. Do y'all feel what I'm saying? Then get some applause there. Broken bones, disfigured faces, twisted lies, and half-spoken truths. I heard him say he loved me. I heard him say he loved me and he would never be mean to me because I was his queen. London bridges falling down, falling down, falling down. London bridges falling down. My fair lady. Oh God, he said he wasn't gonna hit me no more. His fist strikes my face like a bulldozer tearing into an abandoned building. I fall while blocking brutal blows, preparing for the next. He keeps screaming at me. He keeps screaming at me like I was a stranger. Get up. Get up. I told you when you got out of line that I'd beat your behind, didn't I? He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. You stupid, ain't you? You never get it right the first time, do you? Love shouldn't beat down or oppress or ridicule or deceive or judge. Love is kind, love is nurturing, love listens. Love is kind, love is nurturing, love listens. See, how long will you take my life, take my sincerity, running with my life in your hand, making folk think I'm hallucinating to what I know to be true. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, yet I sit here immobile, scared to leave your wicked behind, and I'm screaming at God. I'm screaming at God. I'm asking God, let me go, God. Let me go. Let me get up and walk out that door right now. Let me go. Let me go. And just like I asked God, just like I asked him, is what he did. But it's me. I'm too scared to move. I'll never make it by myself. But why should I leave? Why should I leave? I learned how to take a beating. My daddy used to beat my mama. My granddaddy used to beat my grandmama. They never left, so why should I? Everybody's screaming at me, but ain't nobody listening to what I need. I need help. I need healing. I need refuge. I need to step out of the voice of her crying out on the inside. There's a new you on the inside. Let her out. There's a new you on the inside. Let her out. Let her out. Let her out. Let her out. Then strength will come. And brand new directions will follow. If I let her out. If I let her out. If I let her out. If I let her come. The storms had began to rock the boat. The rush of the winds and the crashing of the waves sent a fear like never before. Surely they shall perish. Surely they shall die. Faith had lost merit and God must be dead. They called him, they called him, they called him, they called him. Their screams, their heart-wrenching screams, the sounds of men who called for God. It seems God had turned his head. Where was he? Where was he? Where was Jesus? How could he let them die, and why would he let them perish? The winds blew, and the waves looked like angry demons spot checking for prey. And it feels the same today. The winds blow and the waves crash while we in the middle of the sea, we wait to die. We wait to die as our children die on street corners and our families fall through the cracks of society. We look down and give up as communities become virtual graveyards because the residents live like the walking dead. We give up, we give up, we give up looking for the government to pull us up when we got the power to get up and take back what was stolen from us. We keep trying to put band-aids on our struggles. There are no quick fixes or easy solutions. We are a people of both passion and power. We are the beginning. We were the first man, now living in last place. Beat up by the world, talked about and trampled on, set up and set out, thrown out and spat upon. And like the baseball player running for home plate, the umpire has said, "You're out. You're out." I think as a people, we have forgotten who we are and whose we are. We are flesh and blood created by God. We are the daughters of Nzinga. We are the sons of Frederick Douglass. We are the granddaughters of Sojourner Truth and the family of Marcus Garvey. It's time, it's time, it's time. It's time, my people. You're either gonna put up or shut up. Either you're in or you're out. In this life, ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. You got to get it for yourself. And like Fannie Lou Hamer, it's time to be sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. See, God's hands are not so short that he cannot reach, or his ears closed that he cannot hear. He said, if my people, if my people who are called by my name would humble themselves and seek my face. See, time to seek God. Oh yes, it's time to seek God. Time to seek a power that is greater than ourselves. Time to come together in the spirit of Umoja. To let Imani have her perfect place. And Nia to be written across the depths of our hearts. And let Jesus guide us through the center of that storm. And then Jesus will say, peace be still. He'll say, peace be still. And Jesus will say, peace be still. From the moment he'd taken his first breath, I loved him unconditionally. With 10 fingers and 10 toes, a face that would warm the heart of a lion. You were mine and mine alone. You were my awaited gift from God. My prince whom I vowed to protect from all the evil of this world. You are my diamond in the rough. A gem more precious than life itself. Oh, I would lay down my life and die for you because God had opened up the heavens and blessed me with an angel. As I hold your close to my breast. I feel your heart as it beats close to mine. Your heart beats as that of a warrior, ready to conquer all that was positive and destroying anything that was negative. While watching you grow up, I imagine what life would be like for us, sending you off to school, deciding what to fix for lunch, or discovering your many, many talents. It was us, baby, you and me against the world. The years rapidly pass. I now look into the eyes of a young man. Every time his eyes look at me, they ask me, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama, what happened? And no matter what happens, this child, now a grown man, still remains my gift. For you see, the world had looked at the color of his skin and dogged him before he even tried. The hood took him from me. The homeboys raised him for me. He was a king and the people were his subjects, subjecting them to his hate, his jealousy, his confusion, leaving no room for error, because whatever the boy wanted, he took. This boy was a master playing the game. He robbed, he stole, he killed a nigga without even thinking. He put a gun in your head and he watched you die. He didn't even sing a song. Die, nigga, die. Die, nigga, die. Die, nigga, die. Die, nigga, die, nigga, die, nigga, die, nigga, down. Die. This boy was a heartless, cruel, low down nigga. Somebody loved to pistol whip publicly and let him know, I ain't taking it no more. I'm not taking this no more. This was the brother you personally wanted to pull the trigger and watch him die. Watch him take his last breath and scream, die, nigga, 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 die, die. And when he closed his eyes, you felt free, you felt safe, you felt vindicated, cause he got what he deserved, right? And it's a known fact that even the bad people of this world belong to somebody, somebody's cousin, somebody's brother, somebody's uncle, and yes, somebody's son. And as I reach out and embrace my child, the murderer, the gangster, the nigga you love to hate, he still remains. He my gift, he my child. He's still my son. There is an African proverb used loosely today. It takes an entire village to raise a child. But you know what? Somebody down in the village felt that they could do better than I. But he my one and he my only son. This next piece, it was written about a sister who been molested by her natural father. And in teaching in the schools, one thing I teach kids is that this is your body, it belongs to you. You control it, it's yours. Nobody has a right to hurt you. Nobody has a right to touch you the wrong way. And if somebody is, you better sound the alarm. You better tell somebody, because if you do not, they will continue to do it to you, and then they'll continue to do it to somebody else. I don't care if they tell you, I'll kill your mama, kill your daddy. I don't care what they say. You must sound the alarm and say no and tell somebody so that some help can be intervened. And so this is how this piece came to be, and it's based on a true story. It's called Nobody Came For Me. Since I was a little girl, I was taught how to give a head job. Now at age 13, for $10, I give a head job now. My mama know all about it. My mama said, baby, take care of your business, because your mama, she understands. Me and my mama, we get high together, smoking blunts and drinking Cisco, and my daddy, see, he a real trip because he been molesting me since I was a little bitty girl. At night, I'd sleep with a lot of clothes on. Even my hat, my coat, and my shoes. Just hoping that when my daddy sneak in that room and see me with all these clothes on, just maybe he'll leave me alone. But he still forces himself on me anyhow. He crawls on top of me. He slaps his hands across my mouth. His body's so heavy I can barely breathe. He whispers in my ear. Better not tell nobody, 'cause if you do, I'll kill you. So in between my daddy beating my mama during the day, he'd have sex with me at night. School is a problem. Used to be. I stay up all night long because I know my daddy is coming in that room. So now I pretty much stay whoever, because if I go home, I know what's gonna happen. Most times, he ain't gonna do nothing. She ain't gonna do nothing because he too busy beating her. It's scary. I got 3 other sisters up under me, which leads me back to yes, I give hair jobs. Yes, I dress like a hoochie. Yes, I shake my behind and I say all kinds of cuss words. And no, I don't respect people. And no, I ain't afraid to die. I died years ago at age 6. My spirit died the first time my daddy crawled on top of me, and I screamed and I screamed and I screamed, and nobody came for me. At age 7, at 7, I was sending out SOS signals. Help me somebody, help me somebody, help me somebody. And again, nobody came for me. Now I'm the talk of the hood, calling me names like hoe and calling me names like a slut. But you know what? I don't even care. What I do care about, is the next time people hear a child scream, the next time people hear a girl scream, the next time people hear a baby scream, maybe they will come for her, 'cause nobody ever came for me. Say, brother, you got $10? How old am I? Should it really matter? 'Cause nobody came for me. Because nobody came for me. Because nobody ever came for me. Y'all ever seen somebody who always got something to say about everybody and everything, but they'll never think about themselves? They so self-righteous. You ever seen them kind of people? They can always tell you how to live your life, what you supposed to be doing, but they'll never check themselves. Y'all know nobody like that, do you? This is how this piece goes like this. People are always preaching. Always sticking their nose in somebody's business. Always got something to say about anybody except for themselves, because they always so righteous. People are always preaching, telling everybody's business to anybody who will listen, and nobody cares except the one who's always preaching. It's a shame. It's a shame that man is the biggest hoe in town. And did y'all hear about that woman next door? She all messed up on them drugs. Her kids is hungry. Her house is nasty. And look at that young girl. Look at that young girl that gone and got herself pregnant, dropped out of school. Lord, honey, what is the world coming to? Just keeps on preaching. Don't that lady know that that's her son down there on the corner selling them drugs? And what about that preacher? Wearing those expensive clothes and driving them luxury cars? Just keeps on preaching. See, why won't people mind their own business? My grandmama say, sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine. See, you preaching about the crack addict who tricking to support her habit, but you can't stay off the riverboat and all your bills is due, and you ain't got a dime in your pocket. You preaching about the young girl who done gone and got pregnant out of wedlock, and you've been shacking with your man for years, lying and telling people, oh, that's my husband. He ain't even divorced divorced from his first wife, and your last 3 children by him. Now, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? Preaching, just keeps on preaching. You so saved, you so righteous, you so sanctified, you so holier than thou. And you know what's sad? Even people with problems preaching. The crack addict talking about the alcoholic. The gambler talking about the whoremonger, the fornicator talking about the adulterer, the hypocrite talking about the sinner, and the preacher talking about the player. Seems to me, we all going to hell in a handbasket all at the same time. I think we have forgotten that all have sinned and fell short to the glory of God. All of us have at one time or another lost our way. All of us have lived in shame for whatever reason. Time to take a long look in the mirror. Can you throw a stone? Can you talk about anybody? Can you face the image in that mirror? See, I wonder, honey, I wonder what would have happened to the woman at the well if Jesus had called her a hoe and told her to step on. But he didn't preach at her, but ministered to her pain and gave her a word that was life-changing. Stop preaching. Y'all, please stop preaching. Talking loud and saying nothing. Shut your mouth. Close your door. Clean your own nasty house and stop trying to clean everybody else's. See, God did call some people to preach. Yes, he did. And maybe, and just maybe, if you clean that dirty mirror in your nasty house, you would see that, honey, you wasn't the one God called to preach. Soul food. I don't know, when growing up, we would go to church on Sundays, and afterwards we would come back to my grandmother's house, and we just kick it at her house with, just food, and it wasn't just regular Sunday, but it was a time for the family to get together and share. We need those times, you know what I mean, where we can sit back and reflect and argue and have a good time. So this piece is a remembrance of Soul Food Sundays. Soul food was sitting down to Sunday dinners at my grandma's house on Sundays after church. It was my uncles removing suit jackets and taking off cufflinks and rolling up shirt sleeves. It was loosening ties. It was Ida taking off that tight girdle, and it was Doris stepping out of those tight pointed toe shoes with the high heels. It was Shirley with the runs and a foot of her stockings. It was my grandma saying, I know you didn't wear that to church, and where's your slip at? And you showing all your stuff. And it was, boy, when is the last time you had a haircut? It was talking about, child, Reverend Honey, no, he showed enough preach this morning. And what a time we had, and the choir like to tow the church house down. Soul food Sundays was my Uncle James saying grace. Lord, we thank you for the food we're about to receive. May it be nourishment for our bodies. Bless the hands that prepared it. In Jesus' name, amen. And then the food would start passing. Pass me some greens. And Sister, would you not take all the pigtails out the greens, please? And I want some macaroni and cheese. And save me a chicken breast, please. And who made this dressing? And where is the hot sauce for the chitlins? Oh my God, Granny that made a peach cobbler and a butter roll too. And where is the Kool-Aid? And why y'all always buying this cheap pop? Can we get some Pepsis up in here next Sunday, please? Soul food dinners. Soul food where families screaming at the children. Ooh, Cortez and Bianca wrestling in grandma's living room. Cortez, let me tell you something. Boy, when I take my fingers out these greens and cornbread, I'm going to beat y'all behind. Soul food are the sounds of family eating, talking, and gathering and moving about. It was reminiscent about the past. Y'all remember when JoJo locked himself in the dryer? Or when Daddy caught Shirley smoking cigarettes on the couch? Y'all remember when little Deborah broke the fish tank with her big head and the fish died, but little Deborah lived to tell the story? Soul food was bigger than the meal. It was the meal. What happened during the meal and after the meal? It was living. It was loving. It was laughing. It was soul food. It was food for your soul. It was new schoolers learning old schoolers' lessons. It was about us together on the inside. And what happened on the outside didn't even matter. It was about us together on the inside. Thank God for Soul Food Sundays. And in order for change to happen, we have to make it happen. Can't nobody give it to us. We have to make it happen. And this is how this piece goes. Life is sometimes cloudy, misdirected and misunderstood. And I walk around stumbling, fumbling, trying to find my way. I keep hurting, but I can't tell where the pain is coming from. I want to turn back, but I can't. See, I wear a mask and I wear it well. Nobody can know that I'm human, that I make mistakes, that I goof. Nobody can know that when I close my bedroom door, that I cry. Nobody can know that my heart hurts and that I struggle. See, I'm supposed to dream. I'm supposed to dream as winners call my name and I step up to the plate to receive the prize. But this tragedy, this depression feels good because I want to stay in my place of comfort. But change calls out to me. Change calls out to me like crystal blue waters and cloudless skies, like green grass growing in the wintertime. Change calls out to me. Change calls out to me like the cry of a newborn baby, like the voice of a father returning home. Change calls out to me. Change calls out to me like the crack addict who throws down her pipe, like the gangbanger who throws down his gun, like the troubled child who frees himself and walks in the sunshine. Change calls out to me. Change calls out to me. See, if I want something that I never had, I got to do something that I've never done, which is to believe in myself, to put the past behind me, to step out of the old and to step into the new. See, no more anger that distorts, no more anger that I hurt myself, no more anger that I hurt others. See, change. It's a place I've never been, but it's sure enough a place that I think I'll stay. I'll stay because change called out and spoke peace unto me. Peace and blessings.